Teddy Roosevelt literally gets shot. Just a flesh wound. Help I accidentally built a shelf. Help I accidentally restarted the USSR. Oh god, I have done it again. I see a small part of Europe. Fortune telling. I see you alone. And a lot of ethnic conflict. Jesus, that's a lot of ethnic conflict. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. A soul for a soul. Two cities for a harbor. I prefer the real living dead. I said the real living dead. Perfection. Italians trying to play the victim after World War II. I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. Me and the boys planning the July 20th plot. Selling my bath water for all you thirsty brothers of liberty. When you also switch sides during World War II, but nobody remembers and everyone laughs at Italy for doing the same instead. Stealthy Romanian noises. Nobody. 1930s Germany. $1. Losing money being forced to import opium. Making money forcing other countries to import opium. Making money prescribing opium to your own people. President in African country. Get selected. African people. When you tried staying neutral in both world wars, but everyone only remembered Switzerland being neutral. Cries in Dutch. Italy to Germany, I will be your loyal ally and never betray you. Allies invade Sicily. Italians. Popolo Americano. Sunsets. British Empire. Actually, quantum mechanics forbids this. Nobody. Belgium during World Wars. Speed bump. I think a fight is about to break out in the subway I'm on. Saint Constantine 11th. This is what Constantinople would look like today if Mehmet minded his own fucking business. Some say that Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. Some say it's Tom Holland. But deep down we all know that the CIA deposed the democratically elected president of Guatemala, leading to a series of authoritarian dictatorships and war crimes. When you actually escape Dunkirk. Rasputin for like 90% of his life. I'm aware of the effect I have on women. White people then. White people now. Mayonnaise is spicy. Area 51 raiders, they can't stop all of us. British soldiers who fought at the Somme. Mexico when fighting the USA. Mexico when fighting European invaders. Mexico when fighting Native Americans. Mexico when fighting Mexico. Nobody. The Soviet Union. We plan to cut Germany in half by 1948. Choosing one of your major cities as a capital. Building an entirely new city. I look like all you need. You don't look like a 76mm gun motor carriage M18 Hellcat. Modern day Sweden. Sweden during the Viking Age. Sweden during the 30 Years' War. I prefer the real Stormtrooper. I said the real Stormtrooper. Perfection. Monarch dies. They're rare. Napoleon was actually above average height. Everyone. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. Trotsky flees to Mexico. KGB. When you laugh at a plane for being called gay, but it starts dropping a massive bomb. When you gain 3 square miles of territory in exchange for 57,740 casualties. Chacha real smooth. Day 1. The Battle of the Somme. Storm the German trenches. The invention of the machine gun can't stop all of us. Soviet officer slaps roof of grain silo. We can fit so much fucking grain in this bad boy. But we won't. I love seeing people smile at their phones in public. Have they received happy news? It is a text from a loved one perhaps. What could be instilling such joy in that moment? Swedish Empire 1700. Nobody. Homo sapiens 50,000 years ago. Yeah, this is big brain time. Teacher, the Spanish were evil and cruel because of their conquest of the Aztecs. Me, but what about the Aztecs practicing human sacrifice? Teacher, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. When you are the first guy in your squad to have a driver license. What they teach you in school. What they ask on the test. The moon landings were real. The moon landings were faked in New Mexico. The moon landings were faked on the moon. 4 Arab countries declare war on Israel all at once. Israel chuckles, you're in danger. The German city that avoided World War II destruction by pretending to be Switzerland. I have developed the ability to stand so incredibly Swiss that I have become invisible to the Allied eye. Philip 2. If I bring my army into your land, I will destroy your farms, slay your people, and raise your city. Sparta. If. Roman mythology. Greek mythology. Money never made a man happy yet, nor will it. The more a man has, the more he wants. Instead of filling a vacuum, it makes one. Ben Franklin. Also Benjamin. Waiting for good weather to invade an enemy country. Invading a country despite the inevitable winter. Invading an enemy country during the worst winter in recorded history. Nearly destroying your own army because you didn't prepare for your own country's winter. Is 4 million a lot? Depends on the context. British deaths yes. Indian deaths no. When car factories were ordered to switch to military production during 1942, I'm tank. When someone says Columbus discovered America. Being prepared as virgin sacrifice. Me, you're making a mistake. I do the sex all the time. Shaman stops his ritualistic chanting. Name the one who takes your seed. Me, your mother. Granny tells me about hardships of living in Eastern Bloc country under Stalin. Stalinists on the internet. Your granny lied. When they remembered Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, but not you. Sad Apollo 11 noises. When you find out Lincoln was offered elephants from Sun to help fight in the Civil War but refused. We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. France to Germany after World War I. I only accept apologies in cash. Romulus and Remus. Finish building the city. Remus. Let's name this city Remy. Romulus. You've G'd your last whore. Leif Erikson discovers America. Everyone. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. When U-boats find American ships selling supplies to the UK, despite not being in the war, you shouldn't be here. Neither should you. Chile, can I copy your homework? Germany, sure as long as you change it up a bit. Chile. They are not loot boxes, they are surprise mechanics. And this is not colonization, it is assisted industrialization. Soviet Union, I will attack Finland. Everyone, poor Finland, they gonna get demolished by the Soviet Union. Finland, you'll watch this. The teacher, test is not that complicated. The test. Mussolini, hey bro, I just declared war. Italian military advisors, cool dude whom? Mussolini, France and United Kingdom. Italian military advisors. Australia killed off the Tasmanian tiger, thinking it was attacking sheep, when it was actually the foxes. I'm sorry little one. When you need titanium to build a plane to spy on the USSR, so you make fake companies to buy titanium from the USSR. See, I pulled a sneaky on ya. When you're a 30-year-old peasant in medieval Europe, it's not easy being old. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Normal. Just Alex. Kim Il-sung dies. North Korean leadership. Our next act is a living proof that nepotism is alive and well. There are too many cobras in India. We put a bounty on them to encourage Indians to kill them. Indians start breeding cobras to collect bounty. Indians start breeding cobras to collect bounty. Sweden when fighting Russia. Sweden when fighting Poland. Sweden when fighting Catholics. Sweden when fighting Denmark. Germany, trench guns are illegal under the law of war. Literally every other country. Shame. When you realize that in about 10 years America is gonna be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Great Depression by having another one. Sad New Deal noises. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.